Good morning. It's Saturday the 3rd of May 2025 and I'm back in North Somerset and this is Leigh Woods. Leigh Woods. Welcome. This tranquil wilderness at the edge of the city has been an important part of Bristolian life for hundreds of years. Here you will find ancient woodland, abundant wildlife, an Iron Age hill fort and breathtaking views over the Avon Gorge and the Clifton Suspension Bridge. Right, let's get going then. Let's enter Leigh Woods. If I can open the gate first, that would help, wouldn't it? Off we go then. So yes, even though I am in North Somerset, we are very close to the city of Bristol. And as I go on through today's walk, hopefully we'll see parts of Bristol. Okay, let's get on then. I think there's going to be a lot of people out today. It's quite early in the morning and already there's quite a lot of people. It's a nice sunny morning, so I'm sure people are going to be out in droves today. Leigh Woods. Been a long time since I've been here. I think when I was living in the area, I came to Leigh Woods very few times, probably 3 times, possibly 4 times, I can't really remember. I remember the first time I came here, that was in 1983. And that's when I was still living in Portishead at the time. And at that time in 1983, I was working in Avonmouth. That was when I was doing that Manpower Services Commission training scheme. And one of the many things we did, one day a week, we used to sort of like do a day release, I suppose you'd call it now, I don't know. But it was one of those things where you'd learn social and life skills with the youth worker. And sometimes we used to go out and do activities out in the countryside. So in Leigh Woods here, we did some map reading and some walking. Of course, that was my cup of tea. And I remember taking the lead on that. So I ended up sort of like leading the walk and reading the map, even though I'd never been to Leigh Woods myself before. And I just sort of led this group of other trainees. We were all based at Avonmouth. So yeah, that was my first visit to Leigh Woods. Oh, lovely. Okay, so I think this is the remains of the old Iron Age hill fort. Yeah, bit of a clue there with all these mounds and stuff, so yeah, you can see the mound sort of going around the edge here, so that'll be the old Iron Age hill fort. It's called Stokely Camp. Fantastic. Okay, let's press on. Okay, the sun's in the wrong place unfortunately, but I am now looking across to Bristol on the other side of the River Avon. We can't see the River Avon from here, but we can just see something else over there. That is the Clifton Suspension Bridge. Fantastic. Yeah, as I say, the sun's behind it, so all this vegetation is obscuring the view a little bit too, so you can't see it too clearly, but it's a fantastic bridge all the same. I'm not going to be visiting the bridge today, but hopefully on another walk we'll get a bit closer to it. But for now, we'll just carry on walking through Leigh Woods. Now this seems a little bit more familiar. As I said, I never came to Leigh Woods very much anyway when I was living in the area. And so far, the first bit has not rung any bells with me at all, but this now, looking a bit more familiar. So. Right, well hopefully the sound quality is better now. For some reason, my little mic here wasn't pairing with the camera, so I don't know why that happened, because it had paired fine before. So I've just had to try and work out how to do it again. So I've sorted it now, so hopefully we're in business for the rest of the day. Here it is, a Bristolian sign, I love that. Okay, right, I've not got much further to walk through the woods now. I should be coming out into more open country very soon. After a lovely 2-mile walk through the delightful Leigh Woods, I came to the edge of the woodland, where I climbed a stile to head out across fields. So that was Leigh Woods. Fantastic, really enjoyed walking around there. Can't remember most of it, to be honest with you. I don't know how much of Leigh Woods I would have explored when I came here years ago, but there were 1 or 2 parts that brought back some memories, so just very vague memories. But it was lovely to be back in Leigh Woods anyway. Okay, well, I've exited the woods now, and I'm approaching the village of Abbots Leigh. Abbots Leigh is regarded by many as one of the most sought-after villages on the outskirts of Bristol, with its own public house, village hall and village church. Holy Trinity Church is a 15th century Gothic building, restored and partially rebuilt in 1847 to 1848 after a fire. The tower has 6 bells, 3 of which were cast in 1781 by William Bilby of the Bilby family. Let's see if the church is open then. Will it or won't it? Yes. Fantastic. Great. I've got inside another church. Fantastic. Another beautiful church. Very restful. Holy Trinity Church here in Abbots Leigh then. Lovely. Okay, let's continue on then. So across there, I'm getting views of the Severn Estuary again. So you can just see in the distance the Avonmouth Bridge, which carries the M5 over the mouth of the River Avon. So the River Avon flows into the Severn there. So we're looking at Avonmouth, and to the other side of the River Avon, to the left, is Portbury Docks. You can't see it from here, but to the left of that is Portishead. Yeah. Yeah. Excuse me crying too. It's hay fever season. Okay. Well, I've reached a busy road now. This is the A369, which runs from Easton Ingledano to Leigh Woods and beyond. But I used to travel along this road when I lived in Portishead. The bus used to come along here when I used to get the bus to Bristol. Yeah, that's really the only time I came through Abbots Leigh, but back then, so... Anyway, I've got to cross over the A369 now and carry on past the George Inn, and the walk carries on the other side of the main road. Now this next place I definitely never visited before, so I'm looking forward to visiting it today for the very first time. So, oh, that was the gate creaking, not me, by the way. So yeah, I'm quite excited to see this next part now. Let's go have a look. Abbots Pool then. It's a very pleasant little spot. I only found out about this place quite recently really, but yeah, I certainly never came here all the years I lived in the area. Really nice. Right, walking up and see a little bit more then. Now, this will be Abbots Pool. This is what I call the pool. God, isn't it gorgeous? Yeah, it's lovely. It's funny, isn't it? You live in an area for so many years and still many places that you don't know about. And it takes me like 30 to 40 odd years to return to the area to actually find these places. God, what a wonderful spot. Absolutely lovely. Abbots Pool and Woodland. A brief history. In the Middle Ages, these ponds were used by abbots and monks from St Augustine's Abbey in Bristol to provide fresh fish whilst they were staying in their rest house nearby. The track running through the woodland is thought to have been used since Roman times. Abbots Pool then. What an absolutely wonderful little spot. To say, I never knew this existed all the time I lived in this area, but I do now. And it's nice to be here today. group of ladies stood back there who were quite close to me when I was taking one of my shots just now, and I just overheard one of them say, "That cameraman." So I looked round and I smiled and I said, "My ears are burning." And they laughed, and yes, they wanted me to take a picture of them, so that was fine. So I used their phone and took a picture of them, all 6 of them all stood together in front of the lake, so that was good. What a lovely spot. Busy today, as you can imagine, but you can see why it's popular, can't you? Moving on from the wonderful Abbots Pool, I followed a footpath leading out of the woods again, as I headed in a southeasterly direction. I'm over halfway through the walk. I think it's about time I found somewhere to stop and have my sandwich. I'm just approaching Beggarbush Lane now. Once I cross over there, I'll be at something else which is quite interesting. Crossing Beggarbush Lane, I entered the Ashton Court Estate, once the gracious home of the Smythe family, and is now a historic park just 10 minutes from the centre of Bristol. It covers 850 acres of woods and grasslands in total, designed by Humphrey Repton. Oh, sorry, I'm crying again. I'm in hay fever. Anyway, this is Ashton Court Estate. It's a lovely open area just outside Bristol. Yeah, huge big open area, it's lovely. Just down there, out of sight unfortunately, is Ashton Court, the actual house. But yeah, I used to come to Ashton Court a lot when I lived in this area. Lots of events used to be held here, and I'm sure they still have lots of events. One of the things I always remember was the balloon fiesta. So you used to see lots of hot air balloons get sort of taken off from here. So yeah, I wonder if that still goes on. Yeah, it's a lovely, lovely area just outside of the city. So lots of people here today, understandably, on a nice sunny day like today. Anyway, I'm just slowly making my way back towards Leigh Woods now. I can see one of the entrances to Ashton Court Estate, so I'm just going to pass through it now and I'll head back onto the main road at Leigh Woods. Yeah, it's a shame I couldn't see the house today, or should I say Ashton Court Mansion, but yeah, the whole estate is beautiful anyway. There's lots to see and it's just a wonderful open area. I'd forgotten about this. Yeah, I don't know how I could forget this. Yeah. Welcome to Ashton Court. Lovely. Clifton Lodge East, that is. Okay, well, I'm back in Leigh Woods now, although this is the village of Leigh Woods, but it just borders on to the woods of the same name. So I'm just going to walk through the village and I'll be back to my car, which is at the edge of the woods. So I'm approaching the parking bays where I parked my car this morning. So I finished my walk and it's been another lovely walk. Another lovely walk in another part of North Somerset. It's been nice to revisit Leigh Woods after all these years. I think the bonus for me today though has to be my first visit to Abbots Pool. I thought that was fantastic. So I'm so glad I went there today. Okay, well that's it then. So hopefully I'll do another walk tomorrow. Bye for now.